Hello YouTube and welcome Blade Runner fans. This is something we have all been waiting for. This is the review of the Blade Runner Blaster M2019 made by Models and Props, or for some of you who are following my channel a little longer now, Michele. Michele is a guy from Italy who has his own workshop, and a while ago, I guess it was back in May 2023, I already ordered and got my case blaster, and this one here is Decades Blaster, the most famous gun in almost all of sci-fi, except maybe for Han Solo's blaster. And yeah, today we're gonna take a closer look at the model made by Models and Props, sorry. The reason why I'm wearing blue gloves is something that I have to explain to you. As you can see, the blaster is almost identical to the blaster made by Tomenosuke, but the reason why I'm wearing gloves is that there is a light, maybe I don't know what to call it, maybe graphite dust, but when I touched it earlier with my bare hands, I had really dirty fingers, so yeah, this is the reason why I'm wearing gloves. So as you can see, and not feel, but as you can see, this thing is made from all metal. There are no plastic parts except for this, and this, I guess. I guess even I'm not quite sure, but but I think the screwdriver is also made from metal. So if you take a look inside here, maybe focus a little bit more. Maybe I can shine some light into it. I don't have a flashlight, but it's a completely hollow barrel except for the screw that goes from underneath here and goes into the barrel. But yeah, we are here to take a closer look and do a review of this. So let's start. What we get in the box is obviously the blaster, and I have to explain a few things here and there, so don't wonder if I hesitate a little bit, or if my speech is not so fluid as it should be. But what we get in the box here is we get 5 bullets. Those are included in the box, and Michele was so friendly to include 10 additional bullets, which I have 5 in here. It's a little hard to... There we come to the... already come to a slight criticism of the blaster. It's not as... what would you say? How would you say that? It's not as... easygoing as the Tomenosuke Blaster. It's more like, and you can see that and you can feel that, but it doesn't smother the quality of this blaster in any way. But as you can see, it's quite difficult to turn the cylinder, and well, there goes one bullet. Good thing I have another one. Yeah, it's not quite as easy going, and you can see if you push it in a little, maybe I can show it to you like this. Push it in a little, it goes, well, there's some crazy dudes out there. It doesn't, when you fire it, the cylinder, and I'm not quite sure if this is on purpose, but it does not rotate as far as I can tell. Yeah, you can see it does not rotate. But the good thing is it is on the other hand made a little better by the fact that the switch for the shaky cam here, it is a little more the switch is a little more worked into the magazine here, and if you turn the switch on, this is where the magic happens. The LEDs are, I would say, they are a little bit brighter, but we will discuss this in a comparison video. And as you can see, the green LEDs light up, and we have the white wire on the side of the blaster, and that was also in the movie. But as I already told you in the other review, the green LEDs never light up in the movie, but it's absolutely amazing that they do here. And let's go on a little bit. As you can see here on the back, this marking is something that is really detailed and beloved by many fans, as it is the detail is from the Worldcon Blaster. Oh, it's quite heavy, I can tell you that. It kicks around at don't let me lie, I guess it is around 1.8 kilograms, which would add up to 3.6 pounds, and you can tell that you can't hold this long, you can hold this straight for a long time. So yeah, let's turn that off. And let's go on. What Michele also adds, there's another thing that is not quite optimal, but it's absolutely fine, guys. This is not a bad critique or anything, but the foam here is not cut out optimal, so it is a little hard to get in there. Like, that was something that I took notice of. So this paper sheet is also something that was, I guess, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm under the assumption that this piece of paper was also on the original blaster, or a similar piece of paper was also on the original Worldcon Blaster. And we have here like a little typo, reproduction. I'm assuming it was saying reproduction. It's not a bad thing, but I love this thing. Like, I totally do. I paid like 500 quid for it, and it's half the price of a ParagonFX Blaster, and it's full metal. There are no plastic parts that are not plastic on the original. And what I also came to notice was, oh, there goes the shaky cam again. I'm sorry for this. I'm just filming this with my phone, and I have like a snake arm and a telescope arm that goes out, and every time I come here or every time I touch it, it starts to shake. And the plastic parts, at least I'm assuming they are plastic parts, they don't seem to be like 3D printed. It seems more like they are, this is pressed plastic, like high pressured plastic. I'm not quite sure, and I'm not an expert on this, but I would assume this because it is much more smooth. It has more like a smooth feeling to it, and I can tell this from my from the blaster that I made myself, that the plastic never, when it comes from a 3D printer, besides if it's maybe an industrial one, I don't know, is never this smooth. Never, under no circumstances. Maybe Michele can tell me this in a private message or something. So I can show more, or I can give some more insight on how the whole process of making these blasters is going on. Yeah, this is, as you can see, uh, the handle, or not the handle, this is the from the Steyr rifle. It's also a little more easygoing than the Tomenosuke, which I really think is a good thing, because on the Tomenosuke, if you move this up, there is abrasion on here, and this is not the case here. So Michele has done something that Tomen did not do. But as what you can also see here is this is more of a weathered version of the blaster. It's closer to the Worldcon blaster. It's not as polished, or I mean, it is polished after all. It's a brand new thing, but it has more like a used and weird look to it. Like this is something that a Blade Runner would have used, or Deckard would have used in the original movie. Which, on the other hand, the Tomenosuke one is like a blaster that a rookie from the academy would get, and what a fresh Blade Runner would get, so to speak. Yeah. So what else can I say about this? When you take a look down under here, the metal plate, or the metal knuckle, the grips. The grips are a little more, have a slightly different color than the Tomenosuke one. I mean, it's just the nature of the material, but those are more, I think they are more close to the, what was the name again? Root beer grips, or the color is more root beer than it is. I mean, it's perfect, you guys. And I don't know if this comes across on camera, but these grips are flawless. They are spotless. They even there are no gaps. These are precisely on spot, whereas the Tomenosuke, and this is something that I will discuss in the comparison video, is more like, it is more, how can you say that? It's not as polished on the edge here, and this is why there's some sharp, not really sharp, you can cut yourself on this, but there are some more sharp edges on the Tomenosuke Blaster, or on the Tomen version. A funny thing is, I had contact with Tomen a while ago, and they sent me replacement grips, and they have obviously the same issue. They're not spot on, and you have to like polish them yourself. Maybe I will do that in my free time. And as you can also see here, there is the same marking as on the back. I hope those detail shots don't get too unsharp here. But yeah, there you have it. This is the Blade Runner Blaster from... there's the bullet. I lost the bullet. And also a thing that I wanted to show you is the bullets on this are hollow, and the bullets on the Tomenosuke one are not hollow. I'm assuming this has to do with like the also an industrial thing. The bullets for the Tomenosuke Blaster are made from what was the brass, from brass, and this I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna ask Michele on this also, but I'm assuming those were once real bullets, and they're like made, they're like stenched out so that they don't fire anymore, and the powder has gone out. And I think the head parts are also replaced with like not real bullets. but the bullets on the Tomenosuke one are more heavy, obviously because they're not hollow, but also because they're made from solid metal, and these are hollow inside. But it is not a bad thing. I'm just telling you how it is. It's not a bad thing overall. This blaster, for its price point, and I'm gonna put links to the Etsy store and the slow down, to the Etsy store of Michele, and also the ongoing, at the moment, his eBay profile. He has at the moment he has Case Blaster for sale on eBay. He has another Decades Blaster on eBay for sale, and yeah, this is almost the finished review of this. But what I wanted to show you is how the inner workings of the cylinder are looking. There you can see it's quite hard to turn, and I don't think it's made for this, or it's not a thing that you should do on the regular, because you could I think not easily break it, but you could break it. And if you take a look inside, I don't know if this will focus or not, and if you see how it doesn't rotate as freely as the Tomenosuke does, but this is not a bad thing, you guys. This is a $500 screen accurate version, full metal, of Decades Blaster, and it's totally worth the price if you're into collecting Blade Runner stuff. This is as good as you can get for $500. I'm telling you that. I have seen plastic models of this go for this price. I have seen like not 3D printed ones, but cold cast resin or something, or the rubber blaster that I have. I paid £230 for this. This is almost 300 euros, which is ridiculous if you compare it to this. And ParagonFX has a stunt version of the ParagonFX took the original castings for the Tomenosuke ones and rebranded them, so Tomen doesn't break its promise to not overproduce on blasters. So yeah, overall I can totally say that the blaster is worth the price. Like I said, if you're into collecting Blade Runner stuff, if you're not willing to pay let's say 500 or 1,000, let's just say you're willing to pay 100 and you have your own little project that you work on, then you can go with a 3D printed one on like Etsy or something, or eBay. But if you are willing to pay like 500, this is as good as it gets. You don't get better for $500 or 500 euros. If you do, if you find anything, let me know. I will gladly do a comparison on them if I'm willing to spend 500 on another object. I guess I'm not, but yeah, there goes, or this is the finished review, and I will see you guys next time, maybe in another review. Oh, there goes the pin. This is also something that is not as present on the Tomenosuke one. This is slightly more, this stands slightly more out. I'm not quite sure if it's more how it looks in the movie exactly, but this stands out a little more. Again, this is not a bad thing. Remember, this is a full metal version. There's not a single plastic part on this that is not plastic on the real gun, and you could get into trouble if your local gun laws or gun laws in your country prohibit, like I know for a fact that in Japan you would get into trouble for getting this into the country because it has a hollow barrel, it's made from metal, but you can't make this fire. It's not a real gun. You can't make this fire. It's not a live action, it's not a live action gun or something. But in some countries, nevertheless, you could get into into deep trouble for that. Also in Germany, I think if I would ever go out and cosplay with this or do a cosplay with this, I would be required to mark the tip here, or put an orange tip on here, because someone could mistake this for a real gun, and you can get in real trouble for that in Germany, even on Carnival. Yeah. So enough with the shaky cam, enough with the talk. This is the finished review, and I see you guys next time. Bye bye.